Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the masculine toggles in Royale High because it's been a couple of months now since they added the new version of masculine toggles, and I'm going to be talking about the future of Royale High and what it might look like from moving forward. Now, some of this I'm going to be basing off of what a developer said, and I did make an entire video about this, but I feel like since it's been months since that video, I feel like it's time to re-talk about it. Okay, to give you guys a recap on the masculine toggle situation in Royale High, I am going to basically summarize it for you guys. So, basically, before you could access the masculine toggles by clicking on body, going to body types, and then going to the man body, which I just have to find. We're just gonna go faves. Okay, so then you would use the man body, and once you change to it, it would unlock all of the masculine toggles. So now it's a little bit different. So back in December, they added the Talk To You Later set, introducing the way that the new masculine toggles were gonna look like moving forward. And I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. And why is it not coming up? Hello? Where are you? Okay, there we go. So this is how you access the masculine toggles now. You just click on it and you don't even have to change your body type. And then there it is. So I am gonna put a screenshot of a tweet that someone posted, and full credits go to them for this tweet. And it basically shows a comparison of what the masculine toggles used to look like and what they look like now. On the left is what they used to look like, and on the right is what they currently look like. And on the bottom, it says the feminine and masculine one. So the masculine one appears more feminine now. And that is pretty much the issue with it, that it appears more feminine than masculine. And I am not shaming on anyone that has this body type or hating on this body type at all. I am just talking about the situation and what I have seen a lot of the masculine community say, and why they don't like this is because it appears more feminine. So that is pretty much the whole situation. And since then, there has been 2 other sets that's been released into Royale High, which is the Snow Swan set, which I'm going to show you guys. Here it is, and as you can tell, that's the masculine version. And then there has been the recent set, the Starlight set. And in this set, it still has the old masculine toggles. So if you just switch to there, you can actually see the masculine toggles. And it's still the same scaling system that they used before. I am so sorry that that summary was so painfully long. I have no idea why it was that long. I just wanted to give you guys as much information on this topic as I possibly can. So here is the post that they made back in December, which was 2 months ago, regarding the masculine toggles in Royale High. And they said, "We have been aware of some of your concerns regarding body type changes. Our goal is always to provide more ways for players to customize their characters in-game. We never intended to hurt anyone. New things we provide or changes we make may not always work for all players. We do work with limitations regarding how many things we can develop and still maintain compatibility. However, we always strive to add more and more things to the universe, and keep in mind your suggestions and concerns." Now, in my opinion, that does seem like they were going to at least, you know, add the masculine toggles, the old one, back into the game, because they did say at the end, keep in mind your suggestions and concerns. So I personally think that means that they were planning on adding it later into the game, at least, like, you know, adding the scaling system, which I'm going to get into now. But a developer did actually reply to someone else's tweet, and the other person was just talking about the masculine toggles, and they said, "I don't like the mask body as well, but just know it's not permanent and the scaling system will fix it." So something I want to say before I get into my opinion is that the developers don't decide what goes into the game or what gets fixed in the game. Ultimately, the person who makes the decisions is Barbie, and we haven't really heard too much of Barbie's point of view on this scaling system. And what Royale High did say, they never really said that they were going to change it. They did say that they were going to keep suggestions and concerns in mind, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they were going to add the scaling system. They never said anything about a scaling system at all. And a developer did say it, which does give me hope, but there isn't really any talk from the Royale High account themselves about a scaling system. But we can trust a developer's word. But I'm just saying it's a 50-50 situation. But something I do want to add to make it more happy and rainbows and stuff like that is how the dress up menu looks now, especially with the new Starlight set. So there's a feminine and a masculine section, and this does give room to add a bunch of different body types because they can add as many toggles as they want to it. And it's not how the Snow Swan or the Talk To You Later set looks, where you have to like click on one of them. There is completely different sections for both feminine and masculine, so that does give me a little bit of hope, and I'm sorry for talking so much. Okay, so I'm gonna express my thoughts and my opinion on when the scaling system is going to come out. And my honest opinion is I don't think it's gonna come out for a while. And I know a developer did say it's not permanent and the scaling system will fix it. I do think it's going to come eventually, but I don't think it's gonna come for a while. And this is because they did add 2 new sets since they talked about it. Royale High themselves even, indicating that they were going to take people's suggestions and concerns about the new masculine toggles and, add in the old one. They didn't necessarily say they were going to add in the old one, but the developer did say the scaling system will fix that, which, basically indicates that the old one will return. I honestly had to do something and I completely forgot what I was saying. Okay, I'm sorry if I already said this, but I kind of forgot what I said. But I feel like if they were going to add the scaling system in the game, they would have done it already, because they did add 2 new sets after talking about the toggles and basically saying we know you're upset about it, but they never added it into the game. And I feel like with the Starlight set and completely changing how it looks now, as you can tell, like it's a completely new setup, this would have been the perfect opportunity to add the scaling system into the game. And if you don't know what the scaling system is going to be, it's basically going to allow you to like change your body type to whatever. So I think it would be really customizable, I'm hoping. And that's just me assuming, because they haven't really gave any leaks or posted about the scaling systems like at all. But yeah, I just think they would have added the scaling system already, and I feel like it's gonna take a while for them to release it into the game, just because there is a lot of things that are in the game that they still haven't really fixed or, talked about at all. And a good example of this is the Cherry Blossom set, and I will be making a video going into this more into detail, but they have not really said anything about it. They haven't talked about changing or reworking it or removing it from the game. There has been no talk about it. So I honestly don't really know. I know they are adding more into the game with like the new hair weekly system. However, I just don't think that the scaling system is really a top priority of theirs. And this is just my opinion based on the fact that it's been 2 months since they initially talked about it and since it's been added into the game. So yeah, I'm sorry if this video was disappointing, but that's just my opinion and what I've gathered from the situation, just because there's not much to go off of because they haven't really talked about it. But I did want to make a video talking about it because It's been a few months since I made my last video, like I've mentioned, so I just wanted to bring it up again. And I do want to say they did respond to someone that was talking about a offensive face that's in the game, and they did say that they were going to change it. And I did make an entire video about it, and it will be linked in the description down below if you're interested. But I feel like there could be hope to have it, you know, added into the game, the scaling system. However, I'm just not sure when. I feel like it's going to be a while from now. I do think it's going to be added into the game. I just don't think it's going to be added anytime soon. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Please let me know when you guys think it's going to be released into the game, and if you think it's going to be released in the game like ever. And make sure to subscribe for more Royale High content. I pretty much post daily, so that's pretty cool, I guess. And like this video if you found it helpful.